Hello, ladies and gentlemen, viewers all across the globe, TBC and Kringlers, all alike. I'd like to welcome you to my broadcast today. And this is the voice of the TBC Royal Ambassador, broadcasting live from Nigeria. And the name still remains engineer Olakunle Johnson. Today, we shall be looking at a critical topic. And this topic is we need to stop chemical trails. We need power to stop chemical trails. This is talking about the fact that there is need for us to get empowered to be able to stop the oppression of the elite on the poor. There is need for everyone to be empowered to be able to overcome the oppression of the elites on the masses. And this is the essence of our broadcasting today. Every division is on the path to be able to reject oppression of this elite. And therefore today, permit me right now to share my screen so that we can have a better understanding on this topic. Okay. We need power. We need people power. We need people power to stop chemical trails or chemtrails. There is a very short video which you can also access anytime. The elite will continue with their plan to dump down the people chemically with chemical trails, fluoridated water, GMO foods, until all we stop them has been sucked out of the masses as they become stupefied. About the fact that the oppression of the elite will always continue. These elites are just the 1% population of the entire world. And all they are after is to continue to oppress the masses, to continue to create artificial scarcity that will make the masses not to have enough money to have a mouth. By not having a mouth, I mean they will not be able to talk. They will not be able to reject what they don't want. And they continue to say yes, sir, to the elite, even at the detriment of their well-being. This kind of chemical assault on the will of the people is not yet global. And I think we can thank God for that. There are a lot of chemical assault on the people today in some nations. It happened some times ago in Nigeria when certain countries decided to come and dump their chemical waste here in Nigeria. Why will you get rid of some chemical waste in your country and dump in another person's country? Or coming to the water bank of another country and dumping it inside? That is sheer wickedness. And of course, that shows how shallow the elite think. about others. Essence of the creation of the TBC, so that all can come out of poverty, stop the elite of their wickedness. Come on, brethren, you need to put on the white cap. And when you put on this white cap, you are among the good people, the passionate people, the people that are compassionate about others, the people that has love in their heart. We only thank God today because their chemical assault is not yet global. If you lack clarity of mind or find it difficult to concentrate or focus your attention, it may be the result of this chemical attack on you. With a natural survival mechanism of fight when or preyed upon, we have that innate ability in us, either to fight or take flight, take to your heels when you are being attacked or when you are being preyed upon. Anger and rage, as well as other emotions, become useful in a fight of light situation. When you look up into the sky and see these lines, you should feel angry. Angry enough to do something about this attack on you. If you look at that video, you see lines of pollution coming from jets and some other things that goes up in the sky. These are chemicals being released into the atmosphere. Today we are talking about global warming because the ozone layer has been depleted by those chemicals released into the atmosphere by these elites. Many of them have their private jets that emit some of these chemicals. For some due to industrialization. When you look up and see all these signs, we need to be angry. Innate ability. We are born with some inherited traits in us to be able to know what to reject and what to allow or to permit. We have emotions like anger and rage. All these become useful in a fight or flight situation. We are born with that mechanism. When you are being attacked, either to attack back or to take to your heels. And when you need to do this, anger and rage plays a principal role. Everyone will angry when you see the sky and you see coming on you by these elites. Unfortunately, most people are attempting to do something about this chemical assault strictly on dealing with the symptoms. When people see the signs of this assault or chemical attack. Like in Nigeria recently, about 2 or 3 years ago, it was detected that some black soot was discovered in the southern part of Nigeria. And this affected most of the things that grows up there. The screen or clothes, everything become a black suit. Why do we have all this? Well, the committee their report. But when such things happen, what do? People will now begin to detoxify their bodies. Enough? Yes, important. Individualistic level doesn't stop the country's ongoing. Only people power this attack. Only people power can stop these attacks. That goes ahead to purify their water, drinking water, to eat organic food and detoxify their bodies. They are the average people on individualistic level. They can't do it for others. There are many that doesn't have the money to buy such detoxifier agents to use in purifying their drinking water. Some cannot even go and buy the organic food. What do we do then? We need people power to stop this. People power to stop this. Ending poverty globally is only one of the missions of TBC. How can we live abundantly? Continuously being attacked on purpose chemically. It is not possible for us to be able to live abundantly if continuously we are being attacked on purpose. Talking about the South again, you find out that there are oil spillage years back. Till today, some of the aquatic in water in such region are in extinction already. Some plants, is either they don't grow or such plants do not produce maximally. Water becomes undrinkable. People's life becomes unbearable. And then they began to make noise. And then you have some boys coming up from that end becoming like a terrorist or a Taliban, fighting for their rights. There's crisis here and there because their lives are being threatened. Until we are able to end poverty, such attack on the lives of the people chemically and purposely will continue. TBC is as much an awareness movement as money system. Our movements for now is more of awareness movement. Why? Because we have a new money system. Which we need to disabuse the mind, which we people about, so that they accept that do living people and means to fight back politically. Kind of the admin and by the agreement of the people on board the TBC. The coin is to empower the people to rise above poverty level and also have the means to fight back politically. It all embrace this TBC and enlightening the people to embrace the TBC. Then we'll all be possessing the power to fight back politically and to rise up out of poverty. We are completely a non-violent movement with sharp teeth politically. We must know that. The TBC community is a non-violent community. Just the weapon of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. We are not propagating violence against the elite. We are only creating awareness that scarcity is evil. Scarcity is artificial. Scarcity is man-made. That poverty is demonic. No one to be poor. No one is destined to die in abject poverty. No one is destined to die wretched. No one is destined to die because he cannot access good health opportunity. So, it is high time that we embrace the life of abundance. The TBC has brought that good news for us to live the life of abundance, for us to live the life that will get us out of poverty and be able to access good health care system, for us to have enough to be able to take care of ourselves, our family, our environment, and our neighborhood. We are non-violent movement. Let me stress that again. It's a non-violent movement, but we have sharp teeth politically. Historically, Mahatma Gandhi proved that this is the most effective way for the masses to overthrow the powers that be. The truth of these matters is wake up and see the big picture of what TBC is all about. Thousands of TBCians do attend the weekly send button meetings. less than hundreds of you have found your voice. What are we talking about? That if the people can come together on board this and could find our voice and bring money on board, we'll be able to have our mouth against this elite, against the oppression of this elite. And then I and you will be able to reject what we do not want. To say no to oppression. There is need your voice to the voice of these broadcasters to build the TBC community, to enlarge the community, to create awareness about the TBC, to let the people know that this is not a scam, but a God-founded way to rescue his people from poverty. Just as God sent Moses to rescue the Israelites out of the land of Egypt, God is said to use the TBC to rescue his people out of this artificial scarcity, to rescue his people out of poverty, to rescue his people from the dungeons of wretchedness. Therefore, you need to add your voice. All TBCians should be doing a regular live broadcast. Only the voices of hundreds of millions will bring an end to these chemical attacks. It will take my voice, your voice, the voices of your neighbors, and so on and so forth to bring an end to these chemical attacks. We the people must demand and declare peace. It is high time for you and I to speak up, do a regular broadcast, enlightening the people, and demand for peace and declare peace also. We need to demand for peace and declare peace. All this chemical attack, violent attack on the people, go and check it up. It is the handiwork of the elite to create unrest here and there, to create chaos here and there, just for them to hold on to power, just for them to begin to build their empire. But we, the people, need to find our voice and demand and declare peace. And chemical trace over your head is not peace. You must know this. Chemtrails or chemtrails over your head is not peace. We need to know this, ladies and gentlemen. We need to know this and believe it. Chemical trails is not peace. Violent attack is not peace. There are cities in Nigeria in those days that if you arrive by 2 o'clock in the morning at 2 a.m., while people are sleeping, you will still find bike to take you home. You will still find cab to take you home. But you never try it today. You find yourself being kidnapped or you find yourself in the grave. Why? No peace. And they got relative peace. There is no peace that is relative. Peace is peace. If we have peace, we also know. A newborn baby knows when there is peace. When there is no peace, nobody should use any grammar to tantalize us, to throw dust into our eyes, to deceive us. Peace. There is relative peace now. When you hear that, know that some people are being killed as they are giving you such statement. And the elite will say we must not announce it. The world must not hear. But thank God for the TBC. TBC aimed at giving you and I a voice. Many organize the world telling them about the TBC, to rescue many from poverty, to save the world from the hands of the elite. Then we'll have peace. We can demand for peace, we can declare peace. If you add your voice to my voice, this is a non-violent movement. The TBC is a non-violent movement. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that you have heard me in my broadcast today, and that you believe with me that it takes the people power to stop chemical attack, chemical trails on our lives. And the only way the people can get empowered quickly now is via our education, via this TBC. Read the blog, listen to broadcasts, join the TBC, bring people on board, and let us get our 1 billion paid membership. And then we would have been able to get empowered in order to stop these chemical trails. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening to me today again. I believe you have gained one or two things from this day's broadcast. And today again, you have been listening to the voice of the TBC Royal Ambassador. Thank you for being there. Because you are there, I want to appreciate you for reading, for listening, for tuning in every time, and clicking on that very link to hear from me. Thanks for being there. I appreciate you. And I want to say, I love you. This is the voice of your Royal Ambassador on TBC Live Broadcast Engineer Olakunle Johnson. I love you all. Bye.